Here on my channel, we talk a lot about incentives, especially with black men dealing with the black community, those black men who have reached the middle class status, have educated themselves, done well in academia, professional life. What is the incentive to come back and deal with the black community? And I'm talking about the urban black community. We're not talking about middle class or upper class. We're talking about the black community that is stereotypical, okay? That black community. What's the incentive? The quintessential black community. What's the incentive? Now, guys talk about this all the time. Why they won't mentor black boys or children of single mothers. And, you know, if I'm going to do it, I need an incentive. And I thought about that for quite some time. And now I'm thinking about why black men can't communicate with other black men every day. You guys understand what I'm saying? You see a brother walking in the store. You see him. He sees you. You don't even have the common decency to say hello to another black man, especially you brothers that know that that's an African American. You know, these are our people, okay? And whether or not he's or our people or not, he is a brother. So you could acknowledge his presence. He could acknowledge your presence. But we cannot get black men to do this. Why? Black men don't think that there is an incentive for them just to say hello. Now, if you get Big Booty Keisha down the street and she walked down aisle number 8 where you buying the chitlins, you can talk to her. Oh, what's up, baby? How you doing? You was looking real good over here, girl. I thought I'd come over here and say something to you. You know what I'm saying? My name is Leroy. You know, now you can talk a whole lot now. Since you done seen that big old booty. And she could be there with her kids. She could be by herself. You ready to play stepdaddy, the whole thing. That's the incentive. But if you see your brother, you cannot speak. Get it. I've been that way too. So I can't say I'm not victim of that or being a victim of that. But I want to talk to you today. So what is the incentive that black men can say hello to each other? I'm going to give you an incentive right now. Outside of you just doing that just to be nice, acknowledging your own people, showing some solidarity between you and another brother, because you know you guys probably go through the same things no matter what level of life you're in. You both black men in the United States. Here's the incentive. You don't know who he knows. You don't know. I just want you to know about people who are social, who speak, who talk to people, get more opportunities in life than those who don't. People who could say hello and speak and say hello and hi, these guys get more numbers. They get more women. They get more friends. They get more of a network. They get all of this. But I just want you to sit here and you think about something. How much opportunity have you lost by walking past just another black man? I'm not even talking about anybody that's not black, because obviously there's people that are not black. But you have walked almost, some of you, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of your life amongst talented black men, and you didn't even say hello, and that conversation could have led into something different. And how many millions of dollars or opportunities or quality of life have you let walk by for the simple fact that you didn't say hi? From another black man that looks like you, from where you're from. And when you look at cities like Atlanta, places in the South, North Carolina, Texas, Dallas, Houston, where you have a lot of our talented black men there. Do you know what this black man does? And now, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of brothers out there are looking crazy. you know, and I'm gonna get on y'all in a separate video because brothers gotta start to if you're not a goon, you don't need to represent that lifestyle. You should be representing something else. But that's another video. But even though that brother might look like somebody that you think that he shouldn't look like, that brother might be a millionaire or know somebody who's a millionaire or have a connection or know somebody that can help you do something, to help you do something, to help you do something and get you further in life. Simply because that might be a brother that it might turn into a conversation, or you might see that brother again. And that's typically how it works. You see a brother, hey man, you see him again. Hey brother, I thought I saw you over at Leroy's Chicken and Grits. Yeah, man, I was over there, man. They got some good fish sandwiches. You know what's going on. And next thing you know, man, this brother might be the manager of the corporation that you're trying to get hired at. His wife might be the manager. His sister might be the manager. And all because you had the decency to say hello to another brother, and you could have made the quality of life easier just by having a damn connection, and you said no. Why? Because you want to be foolish. Because you want to be, I don't feel like talking to nobody today, man. I don't give a damn what's going on. Man, I don't even, out there lips stuck out, poked out, looking stupid. We got to be honest here. And this is the black man mentality. He's a tiger. In a sea full of lions, in a world full of lions, you have all these other people, man, that are working together, that are building intellectual networks, that are building in the infrastructure to help their people. And we have our brothers with all of these skill sets and all of these talents, and you can't even get these niggas to say hello. So here's the incentive. I want you brothers to take my challenge. Don't just sit there and watch my video, because you should be watching the video. I mean, it might be entertaining, but it should take something out of you. Take something from this brother. Can you give a brother a chance just to say hello for your own benefit? Because I know that I know Negroes, you need an incentive to be nice to one another. You might have something that he needs, and he might have something that you need. And at the very least, just saying hi to be courteous, you can start to build a network. Now, we talk about black men all the time. David Simmons, who used to write for me over at the Black Juggernaut, NegroManosphere.com, he talks about black men having a spending power of $600 billion. That's what it's estimate. High estimate, I would say low estimate is $500 billion. $500 billion is a lot of money, okay? We ain't even talk about the illegal stuff that some of y'all might be doing, smuggling them collard greens and all that other stuff. You know how you brothers be doing, okay? So we probably got $1 trillion on the low, all right? Because, some of y'all, we leave that alone. But so then you think about this. You have all this talent, all these brothers doing everything, all these brothers with all this information, but you can't even capitalize on your spending power. You can't capitalize on your voting block. You can't capitalize off of keeping people, the system putting you in jail and building systems to put you in jail. You can't stop any of that because you can't even say hi. You can't even speak. You got all of this black male potential that you can't even scratch the surface of. If you can just scratch the surface of that spending power, you could change laws like that. If you can scratch the surface of that voting block, you could change laws like that. If you could scratch the surface of that stuff, you could have more feminine women and all the other things, but you can't even speak. Too much judgmental. You're looking at the brothers like the white man look at him. You're looking at yourself as if you're too good and all these other things. All these problems happen, and then you continue to get nowhere. Meanwhile, I was talking to brothers, the brother brother Daniel Simmons. He's in the trucking industry. He talks about all the time. These Hungarian people, they coming over all the time. They helping their people out. The Romanians are helping their people out. The Russians are helping their people out. The Ukrainians are helping their people out. The other African brothers, they come, they helping their people out. when they see each other, the Arabs, they don't have that similar attitude. But our people who've been here, some of us families maybe even come from the same place. I just got word from one of my brothers in Sacramento that that two people we went to high school with. Check this out. They got kids. One of the kids killed the other kid. Of two people that we went to high school with. Now you got two black men, one going to jail, one dead, and you could have had two black men that if there was some form of conflict resolution, them brothers could have started the next business. They could have started something else, but all because black men can't say hi. And if there's not a message, you cannot do anything. As a black male group, you can blame people, you can blame black women, you can blame the white man, but if you can't even say hello, if you can't even realize that brother has the same talent that you see having in yourself, you can't scratch the surface on anything that you guys have, that we have. We could put the spending power there. We could talk about all the brothers we have doing this, all the brothers doing that. But we can't even say hello. So that money just going back to the system and go back to everybody else, and we still at the bottom of the society. So this is the thing. Have the incentive to know that if I start to say hello to a brother, I might create an opportunity for myself. Because see, white people, they will help black people. I will say that. But black people, because we know each other, same people, we should, in theory, be able to help each other more and get there further and faster. But can the Negro understand this? And this is the situation that we got to start to do. So here's the incentive. The one incentive, if you can't do it based off of, okay, he's a brother, I just want to be polite, I don't want another situation. Let's say if your brother's not like that. Can you speak to a brother and say hello just for the fact that could help you out? And I will tell you this. People who like you will do a lot for you. And black men got to start having an attitude in life and start trying to see for the good in other brothers, because, listen, nobody's looking for the good in black men, but you have to do that. If not, won't nobody take us serious. So, guys, contact information is there in the comment section. First comment. Hope you guys take to what I said to heart. And as you know, the buffoonery is at an all-time high. I'm out.